This dish is going to be garlic chicken thighs with potatoes, carrots, and hot peppers. So right now I'm browning 5 pieces of chicken thighs in a pan over medium to hot heat. And as you can see, there's a lot of oil that's being cooked out of the chicken thighs right now. So as you cook, be sure to drain all the fat.
In terms of the ingredients, we're going to keep this fairly simple. We have some chopped carrots, chopped scallions, sliced potatoes. I believe this is just plain russet potatoes. And then we have some habanero peppers here that are also roughly chopped.
And the main flavor ingredient here is garlic. And we have lots of garlic here, as well as also dried chili pepper. And we're going to combine this and add to the chicken once the chicken has finished browning. Okay, at this point I've finished browning the chicken. It took me approximately 10 minutes or 5 minutes aside to thoroughly brown the chicken. It's not cooked through all the way, but it's probably 80% done at this point. And here we have the pan from which I discarded all the, or at least most of the excess oil that got rendered out of the chicken. And then to this, I'm going to now add the garlic and dried chili pepper, saute, and then add the remaining vegetables. Okay, in the pan now we have the sliced potatoes, carrots, habanero peppers, the garlic, as well as the dried chili. And I'm going to go ahead and lightly salt and pepper this and saute until softened. And keep in mind, this is basically the same procedure for the chicken. I just simply brown the chicken in the pan and added salt and pepper. Now during the cooking process, the pan got a bit dry and some of the starch started coagulating to the bottom of the pan. So I simply added roughly 1 to 2 tablespoons of water, and this allows me to scrape off all the pan scrapings off the bottom, as well as go ahead and meld the flavor and steam the vegetables. So that's a perfectly acceptable practice, and how dry your pan is really depends on how much oil you still have left in the pan at the start of this cooking process. Now after the vegetables have started to soften, I reintroduce the chicken thighs to the pan. And I'm going to add a little bit of liquid just to help it cook through and braise a bit. So now I'm going to add roughly 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, as well as 1 tablespoon of the black vinegar, Chinese black vinegar. In addition to the soy sauce and vinegar, I've also added a generous splash of Chinese rice wine, probably about 3 tablespoons, and also added an additional 2 tablespoons of water to that. I'm not really aiming for a lot of liquid, but as you can see, I do want a little bit of liquid to help the dish cook through at sort of a light braise. So at this point, I'm going to cover the dish and let it cook for another 5 minutes or so, until maybe half of the existing liquid now have evaporated and the chicken thighs are finished cooking. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes since we last covered the dish to let it finish cooking. To the dish, I've added a few stalks of chopped scallions. This is garnish, and this is just added as the final cooking step. And I'm going to just stir it through without overcooking it, and then go ahead and plate the dish. And here we have it, a completed and plated dish of the garlic chicken, stir-fried with potatoes, carrots, scallions, and both dried chili pepper as well as habanero pepper.